Well, hello again. My name is Julie. Thank you for being here. If you are brand new, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. You don't want to miss any of the adventures that I've got coming up and things that I'm going to be doing and sharing and experimenting and trying and testing, etc., here on this channel. If you have been with us already for a while, welcome back. I'm the same old Julie. I just happen to be here in my husband's office. This is where we have all of our computer stuff and whatnot, but also all of his tools and his cycling equipment and gear. What are we doing today? Well, we are looking at a really fun little adventure I had where I experimented trying out shave gel and a razor versus like Nair hair cream stuff in order to remove the hair from my legs. Quarantine, as far as like the deep shutdown, that had ended, and knowing I wanted to get out and get in the water and start living again, it became apparent that my legs were going to need some attention before I headed out there to have those adventures. So I decided a few weeks ago to go ahead and jump in and try those two different options, one on each leg, and to see how it turned out. Please come along for this little experiment. Let's see how it went. We are going to use Nair Nourish Glides Away with Argan Oil. This is a kind of a roll-on one. You can also get the, tubes of like cream and stuff, but this is what I have right now, so let's give it a try. You don't want to be stingy with this stuff, and you don't want to rub it in. You want to do like thick coats of it for best results. You want more, you just roll it up just like you would with a deodorant. A little tricky when I'm holding the camera with one hand, but we'll manage. This is just the main area that hair grows on my legs. If I miss a couple of stray hairs elsewhere, no biggie, we'll go back. But generally elsewhere they're just too light to even see them, so I'm not worried about it. Don't know why it is that the hair just mostly grows on like my lower leg. Tell me in the comments, how does the hair grow on your legs? I'd love to know. It's like we're about out of that. There you go. We've got it all lathered up. We're going to see how that does, and then the other leg we will use shaving gel and a razor. It has been 7 minutes, so now we get a wet washcloth and we just start wiping off that hair. I've never had it work so that there wasn't at least one hair missed, but I really think that the only times that it doesn't work is because there wasn't enough of the product on there for it to be effective. Like, especially how today I ran out. I used all of the rest of what I had, and so I'm going to order some more because it is so handy. The biggest problem that I have with Nair, and maybe they can fix this, I don't know what they can do about it. I mean, it involves chemicals, right? But the smell, oh my Lord, the smell. It smells like getting a perm. Yeah, that horrible, like old-fashioned perm smell. Ugh, it's bad. For the other leg, I am using some Skintimate Signature Scents Moisturizing Shave Gel and my Gillette Venus razor. I do not like how messy you get when using shaving gel or shaving cream. That is definitely a downside to it. But the smell, the fragrance, is lovely. So at least there's that. Definitely the most annoying thing about using shave gel and a razor is you're constantly, like every 3 strokes, having to empty off the shaving foam and empty out the hair from your razor. That is tedious. And of course, with razors, you run the risk of nicks and cuts. That's definitely not going to happen with the Nair hair removal cream. It has been just a few days, maybe 3-4 days. This is the leg that I shaved with the razor and shaving gel. Sorry, I'm outside and we've got an awesome windstorm going on. And then this is the leg that I did the Nair. And honestly, I think we're about even as far as regrowth. Nair, razor and shave gel. All right, it has been just over 2 weeks. I think we can reasonably say that we've waited long enough to see kind of the effects. So remember, this was the side where I used shave gel and a razor, and this was the side where I used the Nair cream. I'm going to say, to me, it really does look about the same as far as regrowth. There's just not been much of a difference that way. So I guess at this point, we just need to discuss my final thoughts on this little experiment. Final thoughts. I'm going to say, well, they both were effective, did the job, and as you saw, the actual regrowth rate, same, literally almost exactly the same, unless I were to go with a microscope and really to me, with my new contact lenses, they just look the same. They really do. So what it comes down to is the actual process of removing the hair. And I mean, I got cuts and little nicks with doing the razor. Didn't get those with the Nair, but the Nair smells horrible. It is very chemically strong, and you've got to have the fan going and a window open while you're leaving it on for 8 minutes in order to do its process. And if you don't put quite enough or spread it too much on accident, or because you just didn't have enough of it in any one area, you will probably miss some hairs and then have to go back with a razor or tweezers anyway. So that's kind of an issue. But overall, price-wise, I mean, I'm going to say they probably end up fairly even. A razor is really not that expensive to purchase. The blades, those can add up, but again, that depends how often are you shaving your legs. Every woman is different. We're all going to do things a little bit differently. For me, it's not terribly often that I need to shave them, and when it's fall and winter, it's Sasquatch time. There's no razors happening down there. So that's something to take into consideration. Your hair removal habits might be a little more frequent than mine. But as far as having to buy those blades, yes, they can get expensive, but you can get coupons and utilize sales plus coupons in order to buy those. But then, of course, you also have to get the shave gel, which again, you can find on sale and you can use coupons with that. Nair or any of the hair removal creams, they are a little pricey and you do have to use a lot of it. You really have to be generous as you lather that product on in order for it to be effective. And you really don't get much in those little tubes or deodorant looking things. Still, all those things in mind, every factor considered, I'm going with the Nair. Yes, I think I am. Is it messy? Yes, but not nearly as messy as using all that puffy, foamy shave gel, because every time you go past, you've got to shake all that off and clean your razor, and then another and clean your razor, and another and clean your razor. And the Nair, it's messy when you're cleaning it off, but it's not all over your hands. You're using a washcloth or you're in the shower with a washcloth. It's just not as messy. There is that smell, and I don't like that smell, but that's 10 minutes max. In fact, you're not supposed to leave the product on any longer than 10 minutes. So I think that's a small price to pay, all things considered, to avoid any nicks and cuts and potential infections and all the mess and everything, the inconvenience that comes with all that foamy shave gel everywhere. Now, if you're one of those that just shaves dry or just in the shower with soap, and you're all Rambo or whatever over there, that's you. Tell me how your skin is handling that, especially the closer you get to 40. I don't do that. I did maybe in my younger days. I would take those chances. I don't take those chances anymore. For me, right now, right here, based on this couple of weeks with this experience, I'm going to say that my recommendation is on the Nair or Nair style hair removal cream. That is the path I am taking from here on out. More little experiments and women's health kind of product reviews coming up soon, where I'll bring you along for every step of the action and give you my final thoughts. Always, of course, candid, transparent, and honest. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification. And we'll see you real soon. Happy shaving. Or hair removing. What? Bye.